This video will provide a demonstration and highlight the different features included in the TraCS diagram tool. A number of enhancements and an added functionality was given to the TraCS diagram tool starting with the Fall 2018 Badger TraCS WePack. We will use the following crash form as an example to create our diagram. In this scenario, there's a two-vehicle collision at an intersection, so we've chosen the manner of collision as front to side and the intersection as a junction location. First, to open the diagram tool, we select TraCS diagram from the list of options given while the diagram field is highlighted. The diagram field is located on the bottom of both the DMV crash form and the DNR crash form. You can use the TraCS diagram tool with both of these types of forms. You might see other options in the list, depending on what your TraCS administrator has allowed as well. After selecting TraCS diagram and clicking the Open button, we will be taken to the main TraCS diagram screen. Here, you will see the left-hand pane containing the symbol palettes, the drawing area in the middle, and the pan and zoom window along with the property grid in the right-hand pane. The tabs in the ribbon across the top of the diagram tool each contain a number of different features. If you click on the View tab, you can change what is displayed in the diagram tool itself. If we deselect the pan and zoom window, for example, all we're left with in the right-hand pane is a property grid. We'll go through the different tabs later in this video. So right away we can see there are several objects already populated in the drawing area in the middle as soon as we open the diagram tool. There are two vehicles in the top left-hand corner of the drawing area, as well as a TLT background. These two vehicles are based on the two units from our crash form. These are auto-populated to get you started in creating your crash diagram. The type of symbol that is brought in, whether it be a passenger vehicle or a motorcycle, depends on the vehicle type found in each unit's unit summary. If that field is left blank, no symbol will be automatically populated for that specific unit. Each symbol can be enlarged or reduced in size by clicking on the symbol and clicking the green dots out using your mouse. The label on the symbol reflects the unit number from the crash form. Here we have 01 and 02 for the first and second units. You can change the label by clicking on the symbol and changing its text under the label section found in the property grid. If you want to change font, text color, font size, text justification, or a number of other text settings like bold or italic print, you can use the font section found under the Home tab along the top ribbon. Double-clicking the symbol label will also give you a shortcut to the font section, where you can change all of these as well. We can also change the symbol to depict a vehicle in motion by going to the Layout tab and clicking Toggle in Motion. In this scenario, both vehicles are in motion. Unit 1 is traveling due west on East Doty Street, and Unit 2 is traveling north on Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. They have a front-to-side collision, Unit 2 hitting Unit 1 on its right side. Once we get our vehicles looking how we want, we can go ahead and adjust the background. The TLT image that automatically populates is based on the map field found in the location section of our crash form. If you don't see the TLT image automatically pre-populated when you open the diagram tool, this most likely means that your TraCS administrator has not enabled this feature for your agency. TraCS admins can toggle this feature on or off using your agency's distribution configuration wizard form. We can change the way the TLT image is applied to our diagram by going to the Layout section and clicking Set. After clicking the Set button, we need to zoom out a couple of times to see our current location. This allows us to move around the TLT and zoom in or out so that we can get the best background possible for our diagram. Clicking Show Crop on the top right-hand corner of this window will allow us to see what section of the map is actually going to be included in the drawing area. But if we don't want to use the TLT background, we can either create our own in the TraCS diagram tool or else import an external image from our background instead, like a screen capture from Google Maps or Bing or any other external image file. To remove the current background, we have the Clear button under the Layout tab. From here, we can then either start building our crash scene using symbols from the symbol palettes on the left, like roads, intersections, and different signs, or else import an image file from an external location to use as the background. To do this, we need to go to the property grid found in the right-hand pane. Here, under the Appearance section, we can import a new background by first clicking the background image field to select it, then on the three dots just to the right of the background image field. This will open the File Explorer window from which we can choose our image file. Most common image file types like JPEG, PNG, and GIF are supported. Once we select our file, we click the Open button to apply as our background. We can change the way the background is applied to the drawing area by going to the Appearance section of the property grid and changing the background image layout. Here, instead of putting the image in the center of the drawing area, you can choose to stretch the image to fill the entire area, or maybe align the image to the left or right, whatever you think best displays your crash scene. We can also change the drawing area itself. Under the Home tab, under the Sizing section, we can make the drawing area bigger or smaller by toggling between small, medium, and large in the drawing area drop-down box. We can zoom in or out using the Zoom % tool just above this as well. Lastly, we can add more symbols to our diagram from the symbol palettes in the left-hand pane. If you don't see the symbol you need, you can add more palettes by going to the Layout tab and clicking Palettes, Add Palette Group. You can choose from the list of different palettes available. TraCS administrators can also create new palettes using TraCS Office. Once we are done with our diagram, we can either close the diagram tool by clicking the X button either above the drawing area or on the diagram tool window itself. This automatically saves and closes the diagram. If you want to close the diagram tool without saving your changes, you can go to File and choose Exit Without Save as well. We'll go ahead and choose Save and Exit to save our changes. The diagram can be edited all throughout the form's life cycle until transmission. Once the crash form is transmitted, you can no longer change the diagram unless you amend the crash form. For more information on the TraCS diagram tool, as well as other frequently asked questions, you can always visit www.wibadgertracs.gov.